Welcome back, guys. It's time for a nooner video here. This is kind of where we get the conversation going in the comments section. You're probably tired of me saying that, so let's just get right to it. And this is a video, I'm not going to say I didn't want to make, because if I didn't want to make it, I would have made it. But it's one you guys asked me about. I never really touched on. We talked about it on the live stream 2 weeks ago, and I never really did a video on it and everything, because I just don't feel like I know enough about it to do a video. And that's people asking my thoughts on the Rancor, the HasLab, or my feeling of crowdfunded toys and everything. I'll be completely honest, when it comes to the new stuff, as you know, I really don't buy new stuff. I buy the retro stuff. If I see something at the store, I think it's cool, I'll buy it, but I hadn't backed anything, a HasLab. If I did anything, it would probably have been that skiff that was cool, just out of my price range, and so big, I don't have really anywhere to put it, so didn't back it. Sorry, got a lot of noise going. Somebody's cutting down a tree at 9:30 at night or something. Anyway, so I never really backed that up, but the Rancor is the one that's like, you know, I saw the Razor Crest, which that one kind of threw me because that one seems like one you could sell at retail. But I know the market's dying now. The Java Cell Bar, that was huge. It would never be at a Walmart or anything, so I can understand that one. The Rancor is the one that you guys asked me the most about, and I've heard people say they're not going to reach their goal. People's pulling out what they put into it, and they're just upset. They don't like it. I don't either, guys. I don't either. Like I said, I would just support HasLab if they came out with something I really wanted, but why a Rancor? You got to give me something. You got to get me something. And I'm sure you feel the same way. You got to give me something to really hype me up. The cell barge was huge. It was different. It was something like you never had before. Okay, the Mandalorian ship, the Razor Crest, it was new. I can kind of see it because it was new and it was hot right now. The Rancor has been done since the 80s. I know this one looks better and it's bigger and everything, but so what, right? If you're going to get me to invest money, you got to give me something more. You got to, and why just tell these people at Hasbro there's more than Return of the Jedi? Because they did the Java Cells Barge. Okay, you did that. Go to Empire. Go to the original A New Hope. Give us something else. You know what I would back if they did? How about a round playset? Make it big and round. Looks like the Death Star. It opens up, and you got maybe 3 levels right here on the Death Star, and 3 levels on this side. Close it back up. You got a round Death Star to display. And again, you open it up and you got a play area right there. A display area, you know, got each level. Maybe, you know, a trash compactor on the bottom, maybe the tractor beam level, the control room area. And you can just, you know, maybe just a hallway. I don't know. You could do anything. I could see back in that because that was something that would get me excited and say, oh, I got to have that. But this Rancor, it's not going to get me excited. It's not going to make me, or I don't think most of you, really, oh, I've got to have that. I've got to put that Rancor next to the other 6 Rancors I've had over the years. And let's talk about the perks you get, or if it's back. I don't really know how it works, honestly. Like I said, I'm talking out my ass because I hadn't really looked into the HasLab. I know they've got tier programs, and they got some figures added. So let's go with the Gormonian Guard. I looked at this figure we talked about on the live stream. It looks really good. But again, Gormonian Guard. Hadn't we had that? Hadn't that been done already? And I know Hasbro, I'm not sure if they have. It's probably the same mold. But these are 6-inch, right? So I don't remember if Gormonian Guard has been done in that line. So I can see that. A Rancor, Gormonian Guard, fine. The Luke Skywalker. Again, somebody's been done 100 times. He's probably done, I'm sure he's been done in that scale before. Probably the same mold. Maybe not, but I just know Hasbro, probably the same mold. So you feel like you're not getting nothing there. You're like, and then they put them on. Then they put them on a fake Power of the Force card, but they leave out that whole section that says collector's coin inside, but they put the coin in it. So you got this big empty space here, and it doesn't look like the original card. I don't understand that. It's like they just half-assed it. But okay, so you got Luke, Jedi. That's not going to get me out of my seat. That's not going to hype me up, make me, ooh, I got to get this. I got to back this, man. Let's see, so far, if I got it back at a Rancor, I already got 6 of. I got a Luke Skywalker, I've already got 20 of. I got a Gormonian Guard, I've already got 5 of. What else are they going to give us? Salacious Crumb. Now, I'm a big fan of Salacious Crumb. I ain't going to sit here and lie to you. I love that. Now, I would buy that figure. If they did that figure on that card, I would buy it. I have no problem with that. But to come with a Rancor? He's He's not even in the scene with the Rancor. So you put the Rancor up there, and you got your little display out. You put your Luke Skywalker in there holding a bone. You get your Gamorrean guard. Maybe he's eating the Gamorrean guard or something. And then you got Salacious Crumb. What do? I guess you could have him looking down laughing. That's no fun. Again, I have no problem with the Salacious Crumb. Although I think this is the same I think this is the same figure they did at a Comic-Con exclusive. Could be wrong. Again, I don't keep up with most of this. I'm probably talking my ass out of a lot of this stuff. This is just my personal thought because a lot of you guys asked me what I thought. And again, I don't really collect new stuff, so I didn't really have much of a thought. But I just don't understand why Hasbro, well, I say I don't understand Hasbro, but I haven't understood Hasbro in years. I don't understand why they make, I don't know who's running Hasbro. I don't know who's come up with these decisions. I don't know. It seems like their Star Wars department is somebody that they might have saw the movies once when they got the job, or maybe, I don't even think, maybe they just read Wikipedia article about Star Wars or something. It's just like they're like, oh, Star Wars fans, what do they like? Oh, they like Jabba and bounty hunters and Rancors. And there's so much more they could give us. Give us good Hangar Bay playset. Have they done that? That's what HasLab needs to be, more playset focused, I think, also, than figure focused, because they're not giving us any playsets at the stores. They're not going to give us any playsets at the stores. If they do, they're going to be small, cardboard, crappy little $20 playsets. HasLab needs to give us playsets. Don't worry about Rancor and creatures and stuff like that. I would like to see more playsets, something I know I'm not going to get at a store. So again, just top of my head, I hadn't even thought about this. Top of my head, Hangar Bay. Maybe something from Hoth. Maybe it could hold a ship, and maybe it's so big it can hold one of the snow speeders inside of it. That might be kind of cool there. Let's see, top of my head again. A Mos Eisley playset would be awesome. Hell, the vintage or retro collection is huge. People love that retro collection. Why don't you do it back and do the Death Star playset? Why don't you just redo it, re-release it, and have people back it? I think a lot of people would back that. Why wouldn't they? It's awesome. Put it in a box and everything. Looks like the original. And then you got something from the retro line that's really hot. But Hasbro doesn't like the retro line. They like to make it, but they don't like to put it out there in stores too much. They like to just ship a little bit, just enough to get people pissed off that they can't find it. And then that's it. Then they worry about it about once a year they'll do a line. Maybe, 2 times a year I think they do a line. I don't really understand Hasbro. I'm at the point now where Hasbro, it's been good. You've done some good with Star Wars. You've done some bad. You've done a lot of bad. But you've done some good. It's time to move on. Give the toy line to somebody else. Playmates, Mattel, somebody needs to get Star Wars away from... Please, somebody get Star Wars away from Hasbro. Please. But again, I don't really buy much new stuff, so... And it really doesn't matter much to me. But I just don't understand. They could do a Cloud City playset. Would be all. I'm not talking about these little stairs that go... Little stupid stairs and everything. Something where maybe you can put the figure down, push a button, it pops up and it's frozen or something really cool. Again, Death Star. I don't know why they ignore the Death Star so much. It's one of the most. It's in 2 movies, 3 movies if you count Rogue One. Why they? Well, another movie if you count the background of Revenge of the Sith. But you know what I'm talking about. 2 main movies. They're in the Death Star. Why do they shy away from the Death Star? I don't know. How about Luke's home? I know it's kind of boring, but you could admit it. They do like Luke's bedroom, or do like a diorama. Maybe you can do like a round thing that opens up and is each little section of his house, or at least got the kitchen section, and then maybe it's got his on one side, and the other half is maybe his living quarters, where it has the, you put some little gadgets in there and stuff. I mean, that's just top of my head. You could do a lot more. We don't need Rancor. The HasLab is supposed to be something we don't have. That's the point of it. We want to back something that's cool and unique and different. Something we couldn't have bought 5 years ago. Again, I know the Rancor's different. I know it's bigger. His arms still got really long and stuff. And it goes with bones. But I just can't get excited about at least the Jabba Cell Barge. Although I didn't back it, I could get excited for it. I was like, that's awesome. I want to see it. I ain't got that kind of money to throw at it. And I ain't got nowhere to put it if I do have it. But I can see why you guys would want it. You guys that collect the newer stuff, why you would want it. And I was jealous. I was like, man, that would be awesome to have. I do kind of wish I had that. That'd be awesome. Nice show-off piece right there. But I can understand that. The Razor Crest being this new, it's the hottest Star Wars thing. I don't understand why that wasn't released at the stores. I know the market's different and everything now, but that one I think could have sold it. If you at least did it, you could have done it limited if it wasn't going to be at all stores. That one should have been at the stores. But Rancor, it just don't build excitement. Now, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're like, this is awesome. This is Rancor, man. I just don't see it. I just don't understand Hasbro. The Rancor doesn't get you excited. The figures that you can get with this don't get you excited. And I think, top of my head, 2 of them on a Vintage Power of the Force looking card, and the other one's on a Jedi looking card. Hey, make up your mind. Do them all 3 on the same card. I don't know. That kind of bugged me also. But again, I just don't understand why they did Rancor, the Good Morning Guard, Yon, Salacious Crumb wasn't even with the Rancor. Luke, Yon, we've got enough of that. Give us something unique and different. I could go to Hasbro tomorrow and I could give Hasbro a list of 20 items that would be different, unique, stuff they never done. But I ain't got no college education, so they ain't gonna talk to me. They're gonna be like, huh, what's this guy know about Star Wars? He didn't spend 6 years at school. It took him forever to get out of high school. How does he know anything about Star Wars? And that's the problem. They probably got a lot of good people that know marketing, that know how to push toy sales, I guess. But when it comes to Star Wars, like I said, they got a group of people I think that just read about Star Wars on Wikipedia or something. I don't know. They're like, I just don't know. I don't know what to do with Hasbro. It's time to move on. Hasbro, it's time. Somebody else, give somebody else a chance with it. But okay, I've talked long enough. You guys asked me my thoughts on HasLab and the Rancor and everything. I thought I would take this opportunity to tell you. Don't forget, we'll be back at 5 o'clock with the quickie video. I think you'll like the quickie video where I'm going to tell you about the oversized, large size, micro collection Star Wars figure. Yep, it's micro, but it's large. You want to come back at 5 o'clock for that, then 8 o'clock for the regular video. I think that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up, like my content, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.